The story begins with the arrival of Mongi in the remote village of Nkosi. He's a traveling healer with a reputation that precedes him. Tall and mysterious, Mongi wears beaded necklaces and has piercing eyes that seem to look into people's souls. Villagers are captivated by him, especially the women, who find solace in his wisdom and charm. Quickly, Mongi becomes a beloved figure, offering remedies for everything from illness to marriage troubles, and the villagers begin seeking him for advice on all matters. Here, we are introduced to Amina, a young and inquisitive girl, who watches Mongi from afar, curious but cautious. She senses something amiss but dismisses it as her imagination. Mongi's charm grows as he continues to help the villagers, especially the women. Some women claim to feel cleansed or renewed after his sessions, and Mongi's mystique deepens. His influence becomes so strong that even married women seek him in secret, hoping to find spiritual guidance. Men in the village begin to notice the way Mongi interacts with the women, but his popularity prevents them from speaking out. Mongi's hold over the village continues to strengthen as he performs strange rituals and gives enigmatic advice. Meanwhile, Amina watches and listens closely, occasionally catching sight of Mongi's lingering stares and peculiar gestures. Her instincts warn her, but she feels powerless to voice her concerns. As the story unfolds, strange rumors start to circulate. A few women have reported disturbing dreams of a snake slithering beside them at night after their private sessions with Mongi. While these dreams go unspoken for fear of ridicule, some women are haunted by them. One of the women, a close friend of Amina, confides in her. Amina, who has always been a keen observer, becomes concerned and starts piecing together the stories. However, most of the villagers, including her family, dismiss her worries, believing Mongi to be a godsend. One night, Amina sneaks into a secluded area to observe one of Mongi's rituals from afar. In the flickering torchlight, she sees something unsettling, a shadow that appears to shift into the form of a serpent. Amina decides to approach Elder Kofi, a respected and wise village elder, known for his vast knowledge of old traditions and legends. After some hesitation, she tells him of the strange dreams and the eerie incident she witnessed. Elder Kofi listens intently, his face growing grim as she speaks. He reveals an old legend about a man cursed to carry the spirit of a snake as punishment for misdeeds. According to the legend, this man could control people's minds through the snake and lived by draining their energy. The elder warns Amina to be cautious but expresses doubt, uncertain whether Mongi is truly cursed or simply a charming man with a dark past. Elder Kofi advises Amina to keep an eye on Mongi, telling her that sometimes evil hides in plain sight, disguised as something helpful or desirable. Undeterred by her fear, Amina devises a plan to uncover the truth. She sneaks into Mongi's hut when he's away, hoping to find something that will confirm her suspicions. In the shadows of his dimly lit home, she discovers a hidden room filled with talismans, dried herbs, and an assortment of strange symbols painted on the walls. To her horror, she finds snake skins scattered across the floor and a carved staff with a serpent coiled around it. As she explores, Mongi unexpectedly returns, forcing Amina to hide. Watching from her hiding place, Amina witnesses Mongi talking to the carved serpent on his staff as though it were alive. He murmurs in an unknown language, and for a split second, she sees the staff snake-like eyes blink. Terrified, Amina escapes undetected but is now certain that the villagers are in danger. Determined to warn the village, Amina confides in her friend Fatima and urges her to spread the word. Fatima, however, is skeptical, still entranced by Mongi's charm and fearing the wrath of the villagers if they confront him. Meanwhile, Elder Kofi grows increasingly concerned, sensing a shift in the village's energy. He decides to summon a few elders to discuss the situation privately, hoping to find a way to expose Mongi without causing chaos. Amina learns that Mongi plans to perform a large ritual for the village under the full moon, promising it will bless them with protection and prosperity. This ritual is her last chance to expose the truth. On the night of the full moon, the villagers gather for the ritual, eager to receive Mongi's blessing. Amina, hiding in the shadows, observes carefully, waiting for the right moment. As Mongi begins his ritual, his voice lowers, and his gaze darkens, entrancing the crowd. When he calls upon his snake spirit, Amina cries out, revealing herself and accusing him of deceiving the villagers. The crowd gasps, and Mongi's charm falters as Elder Kofi steps forward, supporting Amina's claims. As the villagers watch in horror, Mongi's curse is exposed. His manhood, shrouded in illusion, transforms briefly into a riding snake, a frightening revelation that shocks everyone. The villagers scream, demanding that Mongi leave their village and calling for him to be punished. In a rare moment of clarity, Mongi admits to his cursed nature and flees, vanishing into the forest, leaving behind a village shaken by the deceit they almost accepted. The village is left to grapple with the truth and rebuild its sense of trust. Amina becomes a symbol of vigilance and discernment, respected for her bravery in exposing Mongi. Elder Kofi reminds the village that no one, regardless of their charm or reputation, should be granted blind trust without accountability. The villagers begin to value openness, integrity, and caution, vowing never to let appearances deceive them again. The story of Mongi's deception and Amina's bravery becomes a powerful lesson passed down through generations, urging people to question what they are told and to never place someone above scrutiny. Lesson recap: this tale serves as a reminder to remain discerning and cautious, showing how people can be seduced by charm and influence but must learn to see past appearances. It emphasizes the importance of accountability, transparency, and the courage to confront uncomfortable truths, values that are vital in today's society.